This is the Reading Fightin' Phils pregame show on the Our Phils Broadcast Network, featuring exclusive interviews, content, and much more. Now out to the ballpark with broadcasters Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
A very good afternoon and welcome back to Baseball Town, America's classic ballpark. FirstEnergy Stadium is the setting, and today it is game number 6 of a 6-game set between the Reading Fightin' Phils and the Harrisburg Senators. My name is Jake Starr, broadcast partner Bob McCool will be joining myself here just in a little bit. So on Sunday, where do we stand? Well, Reading has the 3-2 edge in this week's series so far. Reading winners on Thursday night, Friday night, and Game 1 Saturday. So Harrisburg has won the bookends of the series so far, and the Fightin' Phils have won the 3 games in the middle. And those 3 wins for Reading, 3 really well-played ball games for the Fightin' Phils. And a look back to last night, Reading and Harrisburg split their doubleheader. Fightin' Phils a 7-0 win in Game 1. Harrisburg victorious 5-3 in Game 2. And in Game 1, the overarching story, it was Robinson Pena through a 7-inning complete game shutout. It was the first 7-inning complete game by an Our Phils pitcher since Ranger Suarez on June 19th of 2018 at Portland. First complete game of any sort since Tyler Visa did it on September 1st, 2018 at Trenton. Also the first 7-inning shutout tossed by a Reading pitcher since Pete Zamora's perfect game back on June the 7th, 2000. So 24 years and 1 day later, allowed just 2 hits, and it was the longest outing by Fightin' Phils pitcher this season. The first time a pitcher has gone north of 6 innings. The last star photo goes 7 innings. It happened 3 times last year. It was Matt Osterberg, September the 14th at Binghamton. And at the plate, the 1-2 punch of the lineup, the same 1-2 duo we'll see tonight. Marcus Lee sang at leadoff. Carlos De La Cruz, the second hitter. They combined to go 7 for 8, 3 runs, 2 doubles, a home run, and 5 RBI in the Game 1 win. Lee Sang had a AA high 4 hits. Carlos De La Cruz 3 hits and a homer for the second straight game at the time last night. Reading did fall in Game 2. Efrain Contreras took the loss. A couple bright spots though. Casey Martin, a home run of the 6th. Arturo De Freitas hit his first AA home run, an opposite field shot to right in the bottom of the 7th. Reading did load the bases, but Bryce Ball struck out to end the ball game. It was a bullpen effort for the Senators. Jack Sinclair ultimately picked up the win, and Carlos Romero faced just a couple of hitters and ended up picking up the save for Harrisburg. So Reading leads the series 3-2. They're going to go for their 3rd series win here at home this year. They've earned themselves at least a split for their 4th straight home series in 5 games. But Reading will look to finish the series in the first half of the homestand off on a high note before an off day tomorrow. And another 6 games here at America's Classic Ballpark with the Portland Sea Dogs, the Red Sox AA affiliate, starting here on Tuesday night. We're going to step aside for a moment. When we come back, it is this week's edition of the Phillies Minor League Report. I'll have an update on Reading and the Complex and Dominican Summer League teams. Sam Jelinek has your update on Lehigh Valley, Greg Giambarisi on Jersey Shore, and Josh Sperber on the Clearwater Threshers. Really good week around the organization. So when we come back from this break, we will take a look at the week that was. This is the pregame show on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network. We'll be back right after this.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
Welcome to the Phillies Weekly Minor League Report.
Hi everybody, this is Sam Jelinek with your Iron Pigs update. Amidst a ton of movement for the Pigs, they've managed to take 4 of 5 from Buffalo so far this week. For the week, the Pigs have been without mainstays David Dahl, Weston Wilson, Rafael Marchand, Derek Hall, and Nick Nelson, as they've been across the pond in London with the Phillies, with Dahl, Wilson, and Marchand now on the active roster. In their stead, new faces like Trevor Schwecke, Cade Fergus, Will Simonite, Blaine Knight, and Ruben Cardenas have all stepped up. To start the week, Scott Carey homered twice in a 5-3 victory on Tuesday, before the Pigs' bullpen turned in 4 1/3 scoreless innings to lead a 3-1 win on Wednesday. Max Lazar picked up his team-best 4th save of the season on Wednesday, his second in as many days as he worked back-to-back games for the first time this season. On Thursday, the Pigs rallied multiple times, Jordan Luplow going deep twice, and Nick Podkol swatting a walk-off 2-run homer in the 10th for a 7-6 win, their 5th straight overall. A loss on Friday snapped that streak, but Nick Podkol did homer for a 2nd straight game, and Blaine Knight appeared in a game for the first time since 2022, working 3 innings and striking out 4, touching 97 on the gun. The Pigs rebounded on Saturday as Ruben Cardenas made his Lehigh Valley debut, ingratiating himself to teammates with 2 homers and 6 runs driven in. Tyler Phillips struck out a season-high 9 and his team-best 6th win of the year as well. For those wondering, recent Phillies trade acquisition Buddy Kennedy is expected to join the Pigs on Tuesday in Syracuse. The Pigs go for 5 of 6 over Buffalo this week on Sunday with Mick Abel on the bump before they begin a road trip to Syracuse next week. This has been Sam Jelinek with your Iron Pigs update.
Happy Sunday, everyone. This is Jake Starr with the Reading Fightin Phils. The Art Phils enter Sunday up 3-2 in this week's series against Harrisburg. And the story of the week was Robinson Pena's outing on Saturday in Game 1 of a doubleheader. Pena threw the first 7-inning complete game since Ranger Suarez did it on June 19th of 2018 against Portland. It was the first overall complete game by an Art Phil since Tyler Visa on September 1st of 2018. It was also the first 7-inning shutout tossed by a Reading pitcher since Pete Zamora's perfect game 24 years and 1 day to the date on June 7th of 2000. Also, the last 2-hitter thrown by a Reading pitcher was J.C. Ramirez on July the 7th, 2011 at Bowie. On the offensive side, Marcus Lee Sang's hot week continued with 4 hits on Saturday night. It was Lee Sang's 3rd career 4-hit game and the first time he's done it at the Double-A level. Lee Sang is now hitting at .343 since May the 1st. That comes after hitting just .197 in April. It marked the first 4-hit game for an Art Phil since Matt Kroon did it August 4th, 2023 at Hartford. Also in Game 1 on Saturday, Carlos De La Cruz went 3 for 4 with a homer, double, and 3 RBI. The 1-2 duo at the top of the lineup in Game 1 Saturday of Lee Sang and De La Cruz was 7 for 8, had 3 runs scored, 4 RBI, and 3 extra base hits in that first game. Another Fightin Phil with a good week is Robert Moore. He is hitting at .467. Kendall Simmons also a strong week at the plate as well. Casey Martin and Arturo De Freitas both homered in Game 2 of Saturday night's doubleheader. This has been the Reading Fightin Phils Weekly Report. I'm Jake Starr.
With your Jersey Shore Blue Claws report, I'm Greg Jamborisi. Blue Claws went south to Greensboro this week, a game and a half behind the first-place Grasshoppers. They dropped the first 2. They won the next 3. Saturday, the Blue Claws trailed 5-0 after 7 innings. They scored 4 in the 8th, 4 in the 9th to rally and win. Leandro Pineda had the game-winning hit on Saturday. He enters Sunday on his second 13-game hitting streak of the season. This one he's 19 for 56. Otto Kemp is 8 for 20. This week he had a 2-home-run game back on Tuesday. He's second in the league, hitting .331, and he's first in the league with a .438 on-base percentage. William Bergoya, 5 for 15 this week. He had his first professional home run on Saturday. 19-year-old is the youngest current Blue Claw. Justin Crawford had a 9-game hitting streak snapped on Tuesday, but he had 2 hit games on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. On the pitching side, Daniel Harper picked up his 5th save of the year on Saturday after throwing 2 scoreless innings and earning the win on Thursday. Mitch Noonborn, who excelled as a starter with Jersey Shore last year, returned to the Blue Claws for his 2024 Jersey Shore debut on Tuesday through 3 scoreless innings in the start. Gene Cabrera made his start on Thursday, gave up 1 run in 4 innings, coming out after a rain delay. Sam Aldegari started Friday, struck out 10 over 5 innings, allowed 4 runs. It was his second straight 10 strikeout start. Blue Claws return home on Tuesday with a win today. Braden Faustin will take the hill at 2 o'clock. Blue Claws will return home in first place, trying to reach the postseason for the second straight year with the Jersey Shore Blue Claws Report. I'm Greg Jamborisi.
It's been a tough series this week for the Threshers. They've lost 3 out of the first 5 against the Bradenton Marauders, but there are still some bright spots. A couple of players have stood out for Clearwater. Mavis Graves took the loss yesterday, but walked just 1 in 5 innings and struck out 10 batters for the second time this season. First Threshers starter to get himself 10 strikeouts in a game, and Graves was also the first Threshers reliever to get himself 10 strikeouts in a game a couple weeks ago against Daytona. Keaton Anthony has also been great for Clearwater, hits in each of his last 5 games, including 2 of the 3 Threshers hits in the Saturday night loss. Anthony has also hit 2 home runs and driven in 5 RBIs in 3 prior games this series. He is having a great run for the Clearwater Threshers. And of course, there's playoff implications at this point in the season. With the first half just 10 games away, the Threshers are tied in first place with the Lakeland Flying Tigers, and they've got a chance to clinch the first half in the Florida State League West for the second straight season.
The FCL Phillies went 4-1 during the week and are 15-11 overall. Righty Enrique Segura pitched 5 1/3 innings in his start on Friday, allowing 2 runs, just 1 earned on 7 hits. Righty Luis Gonzalez made 2 appearances during the week, 5 innings total, yielded just 1 run and struck out 6. Infielder Arun Escobar was 7 for 16 at a home run, 6 RBI, and 4 runs scored. Infielder Nolan Beltran hit 2 home runs and had 4 RBI in Friday afternoon's win. The Dominican Summer League season opened on Monday. The Phillies have 2 teams, red and white. Team Red went 2-1 and white was 1-2 for the week. Each team also had 2 rainouts. Catcher Illyrio Freebus hit 3 home runs and drove in 6 over his 8 at-bats. Right-handed pitcher Joel Heredia went 5 innings in his first start, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. Alexander De Los Santos pitched 4 scoreless and hitless innings on Saturday. Thank you to Steve Potter for this week's update on the Florida Complex League and Dominican Summer League Phillies.
Thank you for listening to the Phillies Weekly Minor League Report.
The Promax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks and a festive atmosphere. Regular season tickets are $37 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Looking to try something new at a Fightin Phil's game this season? Give Briganti Wines a try. Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. Briganti Wines comes from the vineyards in Italy's Abruzzo region. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get a wide variety of Briganti Wines wherever it is sold at FirstEnergy Stadium this season. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Back with the pregame show here on the Reading Fightin Phillies Radio Network. Jake Starr joined alongside by Bob McCool. About 5 minutes away from first pitch here at America's Classic Ballpark for Game 6 of a 6-game set between the Reading Fightin Phillies and the Harrisburg Senators. Bob, welcome you in here, and it is a rematch of Tuesday night's pitching matchup. Andrew Lara ultimately got the better of Noah Skira. Both pitchers went 6 innings. Both gave up 3 earned runs. Both looked really good, but for Reading specifically, Skira going on 5 days rest. You're back out here today after pitching on Tuesday. Really, if you're Reading, you'll take a repeat of what Noah Skira gave you on Tuesday.
Yeah, the only significant difference was that for Skira, that both pitchers left after 6, as Jake said, but in essentially a 3-3 tie. Just in the fate of Lara, he ended up getting the win because the Phil's bullpen gave up 3 runs at the top of the 7th inning, and ultimately he ended up becoming the pitcher record. Skiro ends up no decision. But although it looked rocky at times because he walked in a run after walking 2 guys back-to-back after giving up a couple hits, but he, in the 2nd inning, Noah Skiro was able to work out of that, and for all intents and purposes, at the end of 6 innings and giving up 3 runs, you'll take that from Noah Skiro when at the end, if that's what you can get. And so there's been a little bit of a roller coaster ride at times for Skiro. He's looked good at times, he's been rocky at times, but he is a guy who's been around this organization now for a while and needs to kind of settle in and become a little bit more consistent on what he provides on a regular basis when he gets to start.
Take a look around the Eastern League scoreboard. Bunch of finals already from earlier in the day. Bowie 3-0 winners over Binghamton. Somerset beats Hartford. Somerset at Garrett Cole starting on the mound tonight for the Patriots. Erie a 4-1 win against New Hampshire. Altoona on the road wins the series against Richmond. Look out now with the curve. Pick up win number 20. They've really been playing really good baseball the last couple of weeks. Portland leads Akron 8-7. That was a game that was delayed. Didn't start till after 3 o'clock due to some rain up in the Portland area. And of course, Portland is the next opponent for the Fightin Phils. Final in London this morning. The Phillies fell to the Mets. They fell by 1 run. Final score was 6-5 Mets. Jose Alvarado took the blown save. Phillies were up 4-3 in the 9th. Mets took a 5-4 lead. Took a 6-4 lead. Phillies got 1 run back, but Nick Castellanos grounded into a double play with the bases loaded. Iron Pigs fell in the last game of their series against Buffalo. 6-4 was the final there. Jersey Shore was on the road this week at Greensboro. An 18-5 victory for the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. And then at the single A level, Clearwater took on Bradenton. They fell pretty bad. 10-2 was the final in Bradenton. So Jersey Shore, how about this? Justin Crawford, 4 for 6, 2 runs, a double home run, 3 RBI. Otto Kemp, a couple of hits, 3 runs scored. Manjo Pinedo, a couple of hits, 3 runs scored. Marion Boyd, 3 hits, 2 runs scored. William Bergoya, after hitting a home run last night, 5 hits. 2 for Eric Brito, 3 for Jordan Disson, 18 runs on 25 hits. Blue Claws were 7 for 19 with runners in scoring position. So hopefully some of that luck can make its way up to Double-A on this Sunday evening. The Fightin Phils, playing as the Reading Hot Dogs, have taken the field. It's time for the national anthem. This has been the pregame show with Bob McCool, myself, Jake Starr. We'll have lineups at first pitch coming up for you right after this here on the Fightin Phils Radio Network.
Stand up, hands up. City of brotherly love. Stand up, hands up.
Wilson hits it in the air, out towards right. Oh, watch it fly, and it's a walk-off, game-winning home run for Ethan Wilson.
This one driven into left center field. Turn and say goodbye. Carlos De La Cruz clears the scoreboard in left center field. Home run number 21, and the Fightin jump out on top.
You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phil's Baseball on the R-Phil's Radio Network.
Swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts as Sanchez cannot catch up to the 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Abel.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 10 strikeouts tonight for Griff McGarry.
Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
Beautiful rendition of our nation's Star Spangled Banner by the Blue Mountain Heritage Chorus. Then it's time for baseball. Welcome inside FirstEnergy Stadium for Game 6 of a 6-game set between the Harrisburg Senators and the Reading Fightin' Phils. It's game number 57 of the season. I'm sitting alongside Bob McCool. My name is Jake Starr, and with the Fightin' Phils on the field, here is the lineup for Delano the Shields and the Harrisburg Senators. Andrew Pinckney leads off, will play left field. Jordan Barley bats second, plays second. Dylan Cruz bats third, plays center. Brady House is fourth at third base. Dermis Garcia, fifth, the first baseman. Onyx Vega is sixth to the DH. CJ Stubbs does the catching, bats seventh. Cody Wilson, eighth, plays right field. And JT Arruda bats ninth and will play shortstop. So it's a lineup comprised entirely of righties, and on the mound they will face another righty in Noah Skiro.
Skiro making his 9th start of the season, 2-3 with a 6.69 earned run average, 35 innings pitched. He's given up 52 hits, 21 strikeouts, 21 walks to go along with it. That's been the main issue for Skiro, a lot of contact, but as we talked about in our pregame show, if you missed it, he did pitch well on Tuesday, just didn't get the decision. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 hits and 3 earned runs. He actually walked the bases loaded, walked the run in with the bases loaded, and then his sacrifice fly, gave up 2 of those runs, and then Harrisburg able to manufacture a run as well a little bit later on in the game, but he left after being on the ropes early. He worked his way through that trouble in the second, and when it was said and done, again, no decision, but a quality start with 6 innings, giving up 3 runs.
Beautiful afternoon at America's Classic Ballpark, 79 degrees and sunny skies. Our game time temperature is presented by Alt Temp Enterprises. Caleb Ricketts is thrown down. Andrew Pinckney gets set to step into the right-hand of the batter's box, and we are about ready to get off and running for the final game of a 6-game series with Harrisburg. Skiro, the righty, works from the windup, fires the first pitch home, and it's just beneath the knees for a ball delivered at 5:18 p.m. 3 minutes behind our originally scheduled 5:15 first pitch time. 1-0 Pinckney, swung on and hit straight back foul. It's 1-1. Fightin' Phils with their running hot dog jerseys, red and yellow sleeves, red down the middle. Yellow lettering and numbering says hot dogs across the front, hat with blue on the back, white on the front, red brim, and a nice hot dog on the front, white pants. Pitch from Skiro. Pinckney swings, slices it foul to the right side. It's 1-2. Pinckney did reach in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader 3 times, once via a hit. Also was hit by a pitch and also drew a walk in his 4 plate appearances. Even stance from the right side, rests the bat on his right shoulder. Skiro fires, and Pinckney takes the knees. That's a called strike 3. Strikeout number 1 for Noah Skiro, and that'll bring Jordy Barley to the plate. Caleb Ricketts does the catching for Reading. Carson Taylor's at first base. Robert Moore plays second. Casey Martin short. Kendall Simmons is at third. Carlos De La Cruz is in left. In center is Cade Fergus, and Marcus Lee Sang will play right. Jordy Barley digs in from the right side. First pitch from Skiro. Swung on, lifted in the air, out towards right. Not hit too deep. Couple of steps back goes the right fielder Lee Sang. He'll make the catch about 10 feet in front of the warning track And that's out number 2 quickly by Noah Skiro, and that'll bring Dylan Cruz to the plate.
There is a breeze blowing. It's a breezy day here in Baseball Town. It is blowing out to right field, and that ball off the bat looked like it was a pretty lazy fly ball, but by the time it kept on drifting, Marcus Lee sang back. That pretty much got to the warning track.
So Dylan Cruz will dig on in from the right side. Was on hitless in the second game of last night's doubleheader. First pitch home, swings and misses at a fastball. It's 0-1.
So noted about that breeze blowing out the right field for the 5 left-handed hitters in the Fightin Phillies lineup, as opposed to the 0 in the Harrisburg lineup.
0-1 home. That's down for a ball, 1-1. It is an all-righty lineup, and it's a very righty-heavy team for Harrisburg. They have just one lefty in their bullpen, and they have one lefty position player, and they have one switch hitting position player. Neither in the lineup today. That next pitch down for a ball is 2-1. Of course, Robert Hassel's one of them. He was scratched on Wednesday and did not play the rest of the week. JT Arruda's the switch hitter. He is out of the lineup today. He's out of the lineup in Game 2 last night also. 2-1 in for a strike of the knees. It's 2-2. Arruda, who was 0 for 3 in Game 1 last night, hitless in his last 3, so got last night off, and then he gets today off before Harrisburg heads back home, and they'll welcome Bowie to FNB Field. 2-2. That's a curveball that's spiked. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch number 10 of the inning for Noah Skiro. 2 outs in the top of the first. It's a 0-0 ball game. Skiro's made quick and easy work of the first 2. Dylan Cruz, though, working a good count. Here's the payoff. Swung on and hit straight back foul. It'll stay 3 balls and 2 strikes. Really nice crowd tonight. Both general admission grandstands are full. Main grandstand is about 75% full and continuing to fill up. Pool is full. Deck is pretty much full. There's also some people out in the Red Nerds Event Center as well. 3-2. Swung on line. Right center field hit well. Lee Sang goes back, though. It'll die in front of him. And he'll make the catch, and that retires the side in the first. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. A very nice first inning for Noah Skiro. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Harrisburg nothing, Reading coming to bat.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils.
Harrisburg was scoreless in the top of the first. Here is the Fightin Phils starting lineup, presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Marcus Lee Sang leads off in right field. Carlos De La Cruz bats second in left field. Caleb Ricketts third, the catcher. Carson Taylor fourth at first. Kendall Simmons is fifth. He'll play third. Robert Moore sixth at second. Bryce Ball bats seventh to DH. Casey Martin is eighth. The shortstop and Cade Fergus bats ninth. He'll play center. Here's the first pitch home, and Lee Sang swings and fouls it back. 0-1 from Andre Lara.
Andre Lara picked up his 3rd win since being called up to Harrisburg on May 14th in Tuesday's series opener. 3-0 with a 2.22 earned run average.
Here's the 0-1. Lee Sang swings, lifts it in the air out towards left. Not too deep. In comes Pinckney, a couple of steps to his right, and the left footer secures it out number 1.
Lara in 24 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 28. He struck out 58 batters and given up 20 walks. He had 6 strikeouts in the 6 innings he pitched on Tuesday. He gave up 3 walks. Phil's got 5 hits against him.
So Carlos De La Cruz will dig in from the right side. Harrisburg wears their Road gray uniforms, very reminiscent of the Nationals road grays. Says Harrisburg across the front in red. Gray pants, red stripe on the side. First pitch to Carlos. He'll swing and foul it back. It's 0-1. Dermis Garcia is at first. Jordy Barley second. JT Arruda is at short. Brady House at third. Cody Wilson right. Dylan Cruz center. Andrew Pinckney in right. Here's the 0-1 to De La Cruz. He'll take it for a strike. It's 0-2. CJ Stubbs makes his first start behind the plate this week. And, of course, Lara is the pitcher. 0-2. Carlos swings. Serves it foul.
It's two very late cuts by De La Cruz. One on a fastball, this one on a cutter at only 85 miles an hour. That's one of the things that Carlos talked about in our post-game conversation after the Game 2 win was he was not missing his pitches.
0-2 line drive, right center field. It's down for a base hit. Pinckney over to cut it off, and it's a one-out single for De La Cruz. So after 3 hits in Game 1, he was hitless in Game 2, but he wastes no time by stinging a off-speed pitch hard to left center field.
Lara right back with the same pitch, a cutter, and it was right down the middle of the plate. As I said, that's the difference for Carlos, is just when the pitches are there, he just was not taking advantage of it. That time, he did. Did miss his pitch.
Caleb Ricketts will dig in from the left side. First pitch to him. He'll take outside for a ball that's 1-0.
But he also believes that he's getting better pitches to hit because of the guy hitting behind him right now in Caleb Ricketts.
1-0 is down, 2 balls, no strikes. Ricketts was hitless, 0 for 3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader last night. Didn't play, of course, in Game 2. Also had the night off on Friday. 2-0. Ricketts takes the late steal for De La Cruz, and Stubbs did not know it. Doesn't even make a throw, so Carlos takes second. That's his stolen base of the year. This was a strike. It's 2-1.
That's all in the pitcher. He didn't even bother. Look at De La Cruz. Carlos started to go like, are you really not even going to look at me? And nobody still looked at him, and he thought, all right, then I'm going to go. As you said, Stubbs had no shot because he couldn't see it because Ricketts' left-hand hitter blocked it.
2 balls, 1 strike to count now to Caleb Ricketts. Lara checks. Here's the pitch. Ricketts swings. Ground ball towards first. Backing up Garcia. He'll field up with a bit of a snow cone in his mitt. Taking to the bag himself in time. So that's out number 2. De La Cruz does go up to second. Excuse me, up to third. So it is a productive out. That'll bring Reading's most productive run driver inner, Carson Taylor, with 2 outs in the first.
I don't think that's a term.
I mean, probably not.
I mean, it's what he is.
The definition, though, is
I think you just
correct.
added a new expression to the game of baseball.
Run. What did I even say?
Run, driver, inner.
Run, driver, inner. We're going to use that from now on. First pitch. And Taylor will watch it down the chute for a strike. It's 0-1.
Let me just tell you, if he does, we're going to have to, because then, it'll just become a part of the expression if it works.
Taylor tied atop the Eastern League rankings with 41 RBI this year. 0-1. He'll take upstairs. It's 1-1. Taylor was hitless in Game 2 of the doubleheader last night. Didn't walk. Has reached base, though, across his last 5 games. 1-1. Taylor swings, lines it foul down the left field line. It's 1-2.
It's another late swing. Marcus Lee sang at a couple of late swings, ultimately a lazy fly ball to left field. De La Cruz, a couple of late swings, and so too now Taylor.
Ball and 2 strikes to Taylor. Here's the pitch. Swung on, pop fly, center field. Cruz a couple of steps back. He'll get there and make the catch. And that retires the side in the first. So no runs for Reading, 1 hit. There were no errors, and they do leave 1 aboard. We played 1 from FirstEnergy Stadium ahead of the second, still scoreless.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
Top half of the second inning, and a reminder that International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies fireworks shows during the 2024 season. You can, of course, head to their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville. It's up 2. It is a scoreless ball game as Noah Scaro's back onto the mound for his second inning of work. He'll face 4, 5, 6 of the Harrisburg lineup. Brady House, the third baseman, will lead off. He'll dig in from the right side. And the first pitch from Sciro is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. There's a 1-2-3 first inning for Sciro. Strikeout and a couple of fly balls to right. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball deep in the hole. It's short. Martin backhands, comes set, lollipops a throw to first, and it's not in time. I don't even think if Martin comes set right away and doesn't have that initial bobble, he's getting House. So that'll be an infield hit, and that'll bring Daramis Garcia to the plate.
Yeah, it was a combination of things. Everything about Robert Moore's momentum was carrying him in a way. And as Jake said, he just had a little bit of a double clutch, and then he really couldn't get a whole lot on the throw with really nothing he could plant and any momentum. And couldn't get a whole lot on it. Got it there, but not nearly in time.
So here's Garcia. Sciro moves to the stretch. His first pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Garcia had a hit in last night's game 2. Hit a 2-run home run in the top half of the first inning. Game in which Harrisburg eventually won 5-3. Long set from Sciro. Here's the 1-0. That gets the outside corner for a called strike. It's 1-1. Garrett Griffin behind the plate. He'll have our balls and strikes tonight. Charlie Wellings is at third. Our crew chief, Matt Blackborough, is at first. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Garcia behind a four-seam fastball. Sciro will throw that four-seam fastball, also a two-seamer. Cutter changeup curveball also mixed in. And it's 1-2 strikes. Long set again at the belt for Sciro, the pitch. And that's a curveball that's low and away to the righty Garcia. So 2-2 strikes, still nobody away in the top of the second. Scoreless ball game from FirstEnergy Stadium. Slightly open stance from the right side, Garcia. House gets his lead off first. Sciro fires home, another curveball that's low and away. It's 3-2. Packed house this evening from America's Classic Ballpark. The giveaway today was a Johan Rojas bobblehead. First 1,500 kids, thanks to our friends over at Burke's Packing.
It's a pretty good replica.
Looks pretty good.
I'm looking at yours. It's a pretty good replica.
3-2, runner takes off. Pitch is swung on and missed. Throw to second is also in plenty of time. House, for some reason, stopped. Not sure if he thought it was ball 4, but Garcia definitely went around, so it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. 11th runner caught stealing by Ricketts this year. There's quickly 2 outs for Onyx Vega.
My guess would be it was supposed to be a hit and run, and when House didn't hear any contact, he just, for whatever reason, stopped running. He was going to be out either way. Maybe he just realized he was going to be out because the throw beat him easily. But it's the only thing I can figure, that based on how far out he would have been, that it was supposed to be a hit and run, and obviously there was no hit, and ultimately
wasn't a lot of run. First pitch to Vega was a called strike. It's 0-1. Usually a catcher is the DH tonight. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, ground ball served to short. Martin charges, throws on the run. It's in time. And that retires the side, and ultimately a pretty seamless second inning. Sciro up to just 20 pitches tonight. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody ultimately left on base. We've played an inning and a half. Bottom of the second, up next here on the Fightin' Phillies Radio Network in a scoreless ball game.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Bottom half of the second inning is brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, PA, just outside of Lebanon. Scoreless ball game, 5-6-7 due up for the Fightin' Phils in this home half of the second. It'll be Kendall Simmons who leads things off. Andrew Lara back on for his second inning of work. Allowed the single to De La Cruz, but ultimately stranded him on third in the first. First pitch to Simmons, he will take. It's out for a ball, it's 1-0. Simmons currently riding a 12-game on-base streak. Season high mark for him, the 1-0. And he'll take it's outside for a ball, 2 balls, and no strikes.
Be curious to know. I mean, Al Padrica is not necessarily a rah-rah kind of manager, but he is a guy who likes to
and Simmons takes down for a ball, 3-0.
kind of keep a focus on his team and what they're doing. But I got to imagine he put the message out there that let's not be satisfied with a split of the series. Let's get the win today and win the series.
3-0 swung on, line down the left field line. It's gone. Kendall Simmons, a laser for a home run, his 7th of the season, and the Fightin' Phils strike first. It's 1-0.
When Kendall Simmons hits home runs, very few of them are cheapies. That was a rocket. The only question was whether it was high enough. He knew it was high enough because he did a bat twirl on his way down the first base line.
111 miles per hour off the bat. It traveled 356 feet. And ultimately, it means it's a 1-0 advantage for the Fightin' Phils. So here's Robert Moore. First pitch to him is down for a ball. It's 1-0. By the way, that was on a 3-0 pitch, too.
Yeah.
It was a fastball top of the zone. 1-0. Swung on and lifted foul. It's out of play. 1-1. So Simmons, home run number 7, RBI number 16. 1-1. Moore swings and dribbles it foul down the right field line. It's 1-2. From the windup, Lara delivers. And Moore swings, lines it towards center, and getting to the spot is Dylan Cruz. Had to come in and off to his left. He'll make the catch. That's out number 1. That'll bring Bryce Ball to the plate.
Well, the Phils have hit the ball hard so far off of Lara. Obviously, the home run by Simmons, the pinnacle of that, but the base hit by Dylan Cruz was a hard hit ball. That was the case for Robert Moore. He hit it a little bit too hard because it hung up for Cruz to go get it.
So here's Bryce Ball from the left side. And first pitch home, swung on, ground ball towards second. Barley waits back on it, vacuums it up, throws the first in time. And that is out number 2 for Casey Martin. It's the 4th home run that Lara has given up now in 26 innings with Harrisburg. The 6th home run he has given up overall this season. 2 outs for Casey Martin. First pitch is down for a ball. It's 1-0. Martin with hits in his last 2 contests. Was 1 for 3, hit a home run in the 6th inning last night. in game 2. He'll take the 1-0 for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. Martin even stands to the right hand of the batter's box. Here's the 2-0. And taking on the outside corner for a strike, it's 2-1. Cade Fergus, the 9-hole hitter, waits on deck for the Fightin' Phils. Should Martin reach? 2-1 is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-2. Martin was a 3rd-round pick by the Phillies in 2020 out of the University of Arkansas. His 4th pro season. 2-2, swung on and floated behind home plate in the air. Stubbs keeps the mask on. He'll make the catch just before colliding with the netting. And that will retire the side in the 2nd. Reading gets 1 run. It was on the Kendall Simmons home run. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We will head to the top of the 3rd. Reading still on top. It's 1-0.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
We go to the top half of the 3rd. Fightin' Phils on top 1-0. 7-8-9 due up for Harrisburg as Noah Skiro comes out for his 3rd inning of work. Stubbs, the catcher, will bat from the right side. First pitch home is there for a strike. It's 0-1. In this top of the 3rd inning, we want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2024 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin' Phils and drink more Pepsi. 0-1 misses inside for a ball, 1-1. Skiro fires the 1-1. Swung on, line drive towards second over the head of a leaping Robert Moore. And it's into center field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for CJ Stubbs. And that'll bring the right fielder Cody Wilson to the plate.
I'm not sure if Robert Moore realizes how close he was to catching that. He got up. It seemed like he got up high enough. He just, where his glove was parallel to where the ball was, just not at the right spot, or he would have taken a base hit away.
So Cody Wilson digs in, hits in his last 2. Open stance from the right side. First pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Between innings, I think it's the first time I've heard this in my 2 years here, at least this season. The announcer said standing room only is where, said there is standing room in these certain spots of the stadium.
Really?
Telling you that both grandstands are completely full. The 1-0 was in for a strike, 1-1.
Interesting.
This has to be one of the best Sunday crowds we have had this season, if not in our 2 seasons together.
Correct. I mean, and the interesting thing is, when the game started, this main grandstand was not, it was
1-1 is down for a ball, 2-1. Well,
it's crowded, but it's not nearly as full as it is.
But the GA grandstands fill quicker than the main grandstand.
Correct. Well, I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of the seats in the main grandstand have the buffet tickets, and so they're at the buffet and then work their way to the seats.
2-1 swung on, line drive foul down the left field line. It's 2-1. The giveaway, of course, was a Johan Rojas bobblehead.
Yeah, they were lined up. I got to the ballpark. There was already about 20-some people in line 2 hours before game time.
There's a lot more than 20-some people here now.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Cody Wilson as Stubbs gets his lead off first. Pitch from Skiro, swung on, ground ball through the vacant hole on the right side. It's a base hit. Stubbs pitter-patters around second. He'll stop. And it was a ball that was not hit hard, just 68 off the bat.
I was going to say, I got to know the
Moore was playing way over.
I got to know the exit velocity for that because I think I drove faster than that on my way here. 68, I would challenge that. I think it was, I would have done it more about 38, but it literally got through because Moore was that far over towards second base bag, and it was just right place, right spot for Cody Wilson.
It was a righty hitting, and they were in double play depth. So JT Arruda, the 9-man, digs in from the left side. Arruda, who's a switch hitter, and the pitch to him is down for a ball. It's 1-0.
This is where Skiro in his last couple of starts has been pretty good in rolling a double play and getting himself out of a jam, and that's exactly what he needs here.
So 1 ball and no strikes to JT Arruda.
Showed bunt the first time, now he does it again.
And he gets it down off to the left of the mound. Skiro throws to first, Moore covering, and that's all they'll get. So sacrifice successful, 1-4 goes the put out. Runners up to second and third. 1 out for Andrew Pinckney.
It's good fundamentals. You don't see enough of it in the game of baseball anymore, but what you've done now is you've put the tying and the go-ahead runs in scoring position, and you've also flipped your lineup around for the guy to do it in Andrew Pinckney, who's batting at leadoff spot the last couple of nights, but he had been the 3-hole hitter for Harrisburg through most of the season and has done his fair share in the RBI column with 24 on the year.
And Reading will play the middle back. The corners are up, at least in the edge of the dirt. First pitch to Pinckney, swung on and hit foul off to the right side. It's no balls, 1 strike. Pinckney was a strikeout victim his first time up. No balls and 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch, swung on, ground ball hit softly, fair, down the third base line. Simmons charges, throws to first in time. That's out number 2. The runners stay put. Stubbs, I don't think, realized that was a fair ball. He just never even thought about taking off.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, and right now there's a conversation going on right now between third base coach Oscar Salazar and CJ Stubbs, but that couldn't have been any better because the Fightin Phil's, the middle infielders were back conceding a run. Kendall Simmons was even with the bag, and so that was about the only spot that run wasn't going to, that runner was not going to score. That goes to second or short, and he scores easily. So it's certainly indecision on Stubbs' part and to the Phil's favor.
First pitch of Jordy Barley is a strike. It's 0-1. So it's runners on second and third, 2 outs in the top of the third. Reading leads 1-0, trying to keep it that way. 2 outs, Barley's down to the count 0-1. Skiro fires home. Next pitch up for a ball. It's 1-1. 15th pitch of the inning for Noah Skiro. Up to 35 in total tonight. And he's trying to keep it a scoreless mark for the Senators and keep Reading in front. 1-1 is on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 1-2. So Skiro now just 1 strike away from escaping this jam. Just 1 strikeout this evening so far for Skiro. Be a prime spot for his second. That crowd here makes some noise, trying to get behind their pitcher, Skiro. Set at the belt, the 1-2. Swung on, poke down the right field line, but it'll slice foul into the Fightin Phil's bullpen. And it'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barley had a hit in last night's game. In his first at bat, he flew out right fielder Marcus Lee Sang. 1-2, swung on, ground ball third. Simmons waits back on it. Couple of steps, throw across is low. Taylor digs it up, and that will retire the side in the third. No runs on a pair of hits, but both were stranded. We will head to the bottom of the third. Reading still leads. It's 1-0.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Bottom half of the 3rd inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. So it's a 1-0 ball game in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Cade Fergus will lead things off. He's got to have some family here. I'm looking down to my right. There is a We Heart Cade, a number 2 MVP. So you got to think that's some family here for Cade Fergus' 2nd AA game. Made his Reading debut last night. Walked in a run in Reading's Game 2 loss. First pitch from Laura. Fergus swings, and there's his first AA base hit. Family, see, it's got to be Dad with the phone recording a video as Fergus gets that first base hit off the bat at 107, and it's leadoff base runner for Cade Fergus on the first pitch, and that brings up the red hot Marcus Lee Sang.
Really more solid contact. That's at least 4 or 5 balls off the bat of the Fightin' Phils at plus 100 miles an hour off in terms of exit velocity.
So Marcus Lee Sang digs in from the right side. He raised his average by nearly 30 points last night. Currently at 282, first pitch he takes for a ball. Entering game 1 last night, Lee Sang was hitting 267. Entering today's game, he was at 284, so a little less than 30. It was 17 points total with a 4-for-4 performance. 0-1, here's the pitch. Lee Sang late behind a sinker at 92, and it's 0-2. Last night was Marcus's 3rd 4-hit game of his career. The first since May 24th of last year when he was with Jersey Shore at Aberdeen. 0-2, swung on, lifted in the air, shallow left. Out to Ruda, in comes Pinckney. Sliding is the left fielder Pinckney, and he'll make the catch. That's out number 1. And that brings Carlos De La Cruz to the plate.
Turns out to be a great sliding catch by Pinckney, and he had to worry about his shortstop, JT Aruda, coming at him as well, and Aruda ends up hurtling over the top of him and avoids the collision, but a great sliding catch by Pinckney.
De La Cruz digs in. That 4-hit game from Lee Sang was Reading's first 4-hit game of the season as De La Cruz sits in from the right side. Here's the pitch. Fergus takes off, pitches low, throw to second is on the left field side of the bag. The swipe tag from Barley can't get there in time, so Cade Fergus has second base stolen. So he's now in scoring position. It's a 1-0 count to De La Cruz.
It looked pretty evident to me that Fergus was going to take off. He was really leaning as Lara was into his windup. But of course, De La Cruz stole a bag on him in the first inning because he kind of lost sight of him. But Fergus making things happen. Base hit. Now the stolen base has him in scoring position.
1-0 is in for a strike. It's 1-1. Also, just finishing off that point on Lee Sang real quick. The last 4-hit game for Reading was last August the 4th, on the road at Hartford when Matt Kroon had 4 hits in a game. 1-1, and De La Cruz takes outside. It's 2-1. Carlos, another one who's really seen his average creep up. He's up to 235. So at the end of game 1 last night, not factoring the 0-for-4 in game 2, De La Cruz was hitting 636 on the week, and was hitting 381 in June, which would have been 5th at the Eastern League at the time. And the 2-1 is dribbled foul. It's 2-2. Of course, there was then the 0 for 4, but 1 hit today for De La Cruz, so still sitting amongst the best in the Eastern League in the month of June. Obviously, still a young month, but almost a third of the way done, so sample size is increasing. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to him. The pitch outside for a ball. It's 3-2. 1 out in the home half of the third. Fightin Phil's on top 1-0. Kate Fergus gets his lead off of second base. He singled and then stalled. 3-2, and De La Cruz takes on the inside corner. That was a very, very delayed call by Garrett Griffin, and the pitch was not in the strike zone remotely looking at what we have up here. Al Padrique is certainly making his 2 cents known, and De La Cruz will march on back to the dugout, quite upset, and I say rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way.
Here's Caleb Ricketts.
Al Padrique doesn't shy away from an argument, but he doesn't do it from the third base coaching box very often.
First pitch to Ricketts outside for a ball 1-0. Well, when we were on the air with Carl Ellison the other day, I think it was either you, I think it was Mike asked him, like, Al is such a mellow guy, like, it's hard to see him getting fired up. And what Carl said is he will go to bat for his guys, and that's what he did right there. Ricketts takes the 1-0. It's a strike 1-1. I think the thing, too, is like De La Cruz turned in, took it, sat there for a good 2 seconds, and then Garrett Griffin punched him out.
Well, I think it's also the difference. It's ball 4 versus a strikeout.
That, too.
Puts a little bit of a curtail on a rally you got going on.
1-1, and Ricketts takes the knees for a strike 1 and 2. The late call just adds insult to injury.
Right.
So quickly now, it's a ball and 2 strikes to Caleb Ricketts. 2 outs in the home half of the third. Fightin Phil's on top. It's 1-0. Lara fires. Ricketts will take inside for a ball. It's 2-2. Ricketts 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to the first baseman, Dermis Garcia, back in the first inning. Fergus leads off second. A base hit should score him. Outfield's pretty deep against Ricketts. 2-2, swung on and cued foul off to the left side, and it stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ricketts a .279 hitter this year, 17 RBI. Let's have 3 home runs. We've really seen the power both in the extra base department and in the home run department come to life the last couple of weeks for him. 2-2. Ricketts takes down, runs the count full. Fergus on second will not be running because there is nobody behind him on first. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, the pitch. Ricketts swings, another ground ball to first. Took a bit of an awkward hop. Garcia stays with it. And the first baseman takes to the bag himself, and that will retire the side in the third. No runs in the inning, on 1 hit for Reading. There are no errors, and 1 man is left on base. We've played 3, we'll head to the 4th. Fightin Phil's remain on top. It's 1-0.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind Classic Harley-Davidson.
Top half of the 4th inning. Fightin Phil still on top. It's 1-0. Noah Skiro remains in on the mound. And to take over on the play-by-play, it is my broadcast partner, Bob McCool.
All right, thank you very much, Jake. Every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to the residents at Village Greens. Noah Skiro and the Fightin Phils back to work on the defensive side. They'll face Dylan Cruz, Brady House, and Dermis Garcia, 3, 4, and 5 in the Harrisburg lineup, due up in this 1-0 game. And Speaking of veterans, how about Arthur Grabiner in attendance tonight, a World War II veteran, saw active duty in World War II. He's 98 years of age, sitting right behind home plate in the box seats, recognized before the game today as Dylan Cruz swings and misses at the first pitch. Of course, the Reading Fightin' Phils do that before every game. They recognize a military veteran and all military in attendance as well. A one pitch to Cruz is down low for a ball. And that's all part of this stadium that was built as a memorial. Its original name was Municipal Memorial Stadium. Of course, there's a great statue out front recognizing military veterans, but Arthur Grabiner in attendance today, 98 years of age on this, the 80th anniversary of the D-Day invasion. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dylan Cruz leading off the 4th inning against Noah Skiro. This one lifted into center field. Cade Fergus is there. He'll have to go back a couple of steps and make the catch for out number 1. Now bring up Brady House, who had a single his first time up, was ultimately cut down stealing. He had the first of what is now 3 hits so far for Harrisburg. No runs on 3 hits for the Senators. 1 run on 3 hits for the Fightins. Kendall Simmons solo home run. The difference on the scoreboard right now as Brady House stands in. First pitch from Skiro is outside for a ball. Skiro with both a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball. Also has a cutter, a change, and a curve. 1-0 pitch. Big swing, fouled straight back by House. It's 1-1. Got the sinker from Skiro, but it was up high. House does have power. He's got 9 home runs on the season coming into this series. There's a couple of doubles in the series. And this one back through the box, but Robert Moore is there behind the bag. The second baseman will make the play in time for out number 2.
Nice job by Moore to stick with that one. Took a couple of awkward hops, but they would have filled it about belt high and make a strong throw.
Skiro put the glove out, and the best thing that generally happens with a pitcher is it misses him and his glove, because the second baseman or shortstop are pretty much there to make the play, but it is an instinctual move on the part of the pitcher. And it works out for the Fightins. It's 2 down. It brings up Dermis Garcia. Garcia, big swing and way out in front of the sinker from Noah Skiro, and it's no balls and a strike. Garcia, a strikeout victim his first time up, turned out to be a strikeout, throw him out double play. And Garcia started and stopped there, but he did stop in time. It's ball 1. Garcia with 4 hits in this series, including a double and a home run. Home run coming last night in game 2. 1-1 pitch to him. Big swing, and again, no contact. Big uppercut swing for Dermis Garcia. Now he's in a 1-ball and 2-strike deficit. The home run for Garcia was his 9th, so he ties Brady House with team lead with those 9 home runs now. Phils lead the series 3 games to 2. They lead the game 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, 2 strikes on Dermis Garcia. Little squib foul on the third base line is again Garcia out in front, this time from the curveball from Skiro. So Skiro giving him a steady diet of off-speed pitches. Garcia with that big looping swing he's got going on right now is having a hard time timing it up. That's what's way outside as he tried to get him to chase, and Garcia does not. It's 2-2. Garcia, veteran, he's 26 years of age. Originally signed by the Yankees, the Dominican Republic in 2014. Here's a hard hit ground ball down the third base line past Simmons. Is going to roll all the way down the third base line. Garcia will round first and cruise on into second base with a stand-up double.
Yeah, and when he hit hard and was put in a good spot, hugged right down that third base line. Simmons was playing off a bit, so couldn't get to it, and gets a double, but Skiro worked around a little bit of traffic last inning, so hopefully he can get Vega here. He retired his last time up. So that was Garcia's also 7th double of the year.
His 3rd extra base hit of this series, so he's now represents the tying run at second base. As Jake said, Onyx Vera will bat. He grounded out to short his last time up. So Skiro back to the stretch. First pitch to Vega is low and away for a ball. Vega with just 4 RBIs on the season. Primarily the backup catcher, but it's really one of 3 catchers that the Senators have on the roster. Vega is the DH in today's game. This one fisted into center field, but Robert Moore is there behind the second base bag, and he'll make the catch for the 3rd and final out for Harrisburg in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. In baseball town, it remains 1-0. Running Hot Dogs on top.
Are you ready to embark on the adventure of retirement? Welcome to the Highlands at Wyomissing, where over 35 years of experience have perfected the art of senior living. Nestled on over 113 acres of serene landscape, our community offers a haven for active seniors seeking tranquility and excitement alike. Discover a lifestyle enriched with stunning amenities and engaging activities, all within the premier nonprofit life care community in Berks County. Bid farewell to home maintenance and embrace more quality time with loved ones as you enjoy a calendar brimming with thrilling events and trips. Experience the security, independence, and boundless opportunities that await you at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and unlock the possibilities of your retirement.
Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store to stay repped all season long. Head to our store at FirstEnergy Stadium or online at artphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, jerseys, kids apparel, and much more. Looking for something new? Check out our brand new Pinstripe and Los Luchadores jerseys. Root for your Fightins in style and stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin' team store or artphils.com/shop.
We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Fightville's on top 1-0. They'll send Carson Taylor, Kendall Simmons, and Robert Moore to the plate. And as this 4th inning evolves, we'll take a look around the Phillies organization. Thanks to EPAW Weather Consulting, your source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. Carson Taylor flew up to center field his first time up. In game 1 of this series, Taylor took Andre Lara deep for his 7th home run of the season. First pitch to him here is up and away, ball 1. Philadelphia Phillies finishing off the London series today. Didn't work out so well for the Phils. They dropped a 6-5 decision to the New York Mets. They ended up splitting that series. Phils will now head home to Boston. Well, they'll head back to the United States, but not home. They'll be in Boston for a 3-game series beginning on Tuesday night. As the pitch to Taylor over for a called strike, it's 1-1 to Carson Taylor. Swing and a foul tip behind home plate. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs dropped their game today in Allentown to Buffalo 6-4. Drops the Pigs to 27-34 overall in the season. Jersey Shore with a impressive offensive performance over Greensboro, 18-5. Pitch to Taylor's up high, it's 2-2. Jersey Shore and Greensboro in a heck of a battle for first place, and with the win today, Jersey Shore flips on top now of Greensboro by a half a game. And Clearwater on the losing end of a 10-2 game to Bradenton as Taylor drives one deep to right, back to the track, and up and out of here. For the second time this series, Carson Taylor goes deep. This one a solo home run. It's 2-0 Vikings.
Taylor hit an off-the-train sign. Pretty sure he ignited the train sign. There was a fastball at 93, as up in the zone as it gets. 96 off the bat, 372 feet, and make that home run number 8, Eastern League leading number 42 RBI for one of the best. What was the term I used? Run, driver, inner?
Run, driver, inner.
Well, he drivered in, another run right there.
Indeed. And I'll bring up Kendall Simmons, who
also driver
in one his first time up as he drove one out of here on a line drive to left field. His 7th home run of the season. And he'll take the first pitch over for a called strike. So the Phils have not had a whole lot of cheapies today. Their hits have all been hard hits off of Andre Lara. 0-1 pitch. It's way outside for a ball. Carlos De La Cruz and Cade Fergus had singles, and both of them were over 100 miles an hour exit velocity. Kendall Simmons had the bat fly out of his hand. You got to go chase it down all the way back to the backstop. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kendall Simmons definitely has perhaps one of the stronger personalities on the Reading Fightin' Phils in 2024.
And by stronger, I think another word to use is fun.
Yes.
Like just very strong and very fun.
Yes. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him as he gathers his belongings and hits one down to third baseline and foul. But he's also done a pretty good job playing at third base, where for the most part in his career prior to this, he predominantly played second and a little bit of short. 1 ball, 2 strike count, and that's just a bit outside. It's 2-2. But he has certainly settled into that spot in the lineup. Right now in the 5-hole for the last week or so. 2-2 pitch to him. Just misses his 3-2. Lara thought it was strike 3. I think C.J. Stubbs, the catcher, did as well. But the count is full to Simmons. This one lifted into center field. Cruz broke back, now breaks in, now breaks back, and makes the catch for out number 1.
I could have just stood still.
Yeah, he was fine if he had a little bit of patience. But there is some breeze blowing out there, so you can understand it might be playing tricks with him a little bit. As Robert Moore now will bat. Moore out on a fly ball to center field his first time up, but that was on a line, but it just hung up, and Cruz was right there to make the catch. So 2-0 Fightins on a couple of solo home runs. Moore right back in our direction, but it'll hit off the facing of the roof, and must have stayed up there because it did come back.
Look at the way the roof is angled.
Yeah, somebody up there caught it. Thought it was going to hit back, and here Moore fouls another one back, and this one definitely out of play. So Robert Moore quickly in a no balls and 2 strike hole. Moore's had a good series. He's 7 for 16 in this series. 0-2 pitch to him. He's up high for a ball. Switch hitter batting from the left-hand side. Takes another one outside. It's 2-2. Good patience by Robert Moore. Because after ball 3, lifted straight up in the air left side, third baseman Brady House will call for it, and he'll make the catch just a few steps onto the grass in left field for out number 2.
Designated hitter, Bryce.
They'll bring up Bryce Ball, who grounded out to second base his first time up. Ball with 4 hits in this series, including one of 12 doubles the Fightins have had in this series. Not have a double in last night's game, in the game 2 that is. And nothing so far in terms of doubles. They do have a couple home runs. 1-0 to Bryce Ball. And that's over for a strike 1. Both bullpens quiet right now in the bottom half of this 4th inning. Big swing, no contact as Ball way out in front of a sinker at 88 miles an hour from Lara. Kind of an off-speed pitch, pulled a string on it a little bit, had Ball out in front, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big swing and a miss, and that will do it for the Fightins in the 4th, but they get a run. They do it on 1 hit. It was the Carson Taylor home run, none left. We'll head to the top of the 5th in Baseball Town. It's the Fightins 2, Senators nothing.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi, and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
We head to the top half of the fifth inning. Fightin Phillies would like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the R-Phils. They lead it 2-0 as Harrisburg comes to the plate here in the fifth inning. CJ Stubbs, Cody Wilson, JT Aruda will be the three that Noah Skiro will face. Skiro's given up 4 hits in this game. Has not walked a batter. Struck out 2 so far. Stubbs got a single his first time up. And CJ, the younger brother of Philadelphia Phillies catcher Garrett Stubbs. First pitch fouls it straight back. A 1 pitch from Skiro. There at the letters for a called strike 2. I don't think CJ Stubbs would agree, so he'll call timeout. Having some words with home plate umpire Garrett Griffin in the process. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Stubbs is retired. That is the 3rd strikeout for Skiro. 1 out here in the 5th. By the way, the vegetable race that took place in between innings was won handily by Carrot, tauntingly so. He was doing a little Deshaun Jackson as he was backpedaling across the finish line. That's how much of a confident lead he had. Although he didn't drop the football like Deshaun Jackson did. Cody Wilson now bats. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Wilson singled his first time up. It's part of 2 straight singles to start the 3rd inning. Skiro had 2 on and nobody out. The on deck hitter JT Aruda sacrificed the 2 runners to 2nd and 3rd, but Skiro able to work out of that without any problem. This is now there's some bullpen activity up in the Phil's bullpen. Like Tristan Garnett up as this one lofted into right field, closing quickly as Marcus Lee Sang, and will make the catch for out number 2. Lee Sang playing predominantly in center field over the course of his time in Reading. On occasions he's played right field, was there a couple nights ago, and back out there giving Cade Fergus the opportunity to play center field in this afternoon's ball game. JT Aruda will bat. As I said, he sacrificed his last time up. Switch hitter batting left against Skiro. Swings and misses at the first pitch. So pretty effective effort so far for Noah Skiro. He's at 60 pitches as he winds and delivers for 0-1, up high for a ball. A little interesting that Tristan Garnett is up already, unless they feel as though because Skiro pitched on Tuesday 2 times around the lineup is enough. As he misses again inside, it's 2-1.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of organizations, when a pitcher will go twice in a week, Tuesday, Sunday, they'll usually limit them the 2nd time around.
2 balls and 1 strike in this delivery. It's lined into center field, and that's going to be trouble. It's going to find the gap and off the base of the fence. Aruda around first, and he'll cruise into second base with a stand-up double. Fifth hit of the ball game for the Senators. 2nd double of the game, and it flips the lineup around now to Andrew Pinckney, who's 0 for 2 so far. And as we say that, here comes the manager, Al Padrica.
Yeah, 2 times through, exactly.
It's like that was the deal. No matter what happened, he was going to get through the 2nd portion of the lineup, or the 2nd lap through the lineup, and Pinckney, the top leadoff hitter, to the mound. And as the motion actually happened, Tristan Garnett has stopped throwing. No, he didn't. He gave it the pep talk.
second time that he's done that to Skiro this week.
Yep, he just came in, and I'm going to say he told us what he said the last time to Skiro. This is your last guy. Get him out, end the inning, or you're coming out. That's pretty much what he said to him, and I'm going to think that's exactly what he said to him right now.
As Al came out, a lot of the teammates also started to like tap Skiro on the back, like, hey, good effort today.
That's what Al thought Skiro said to him the last time. He just assumed he was coming out to get him. That Al Patrica, he's full of surprises. First pitch to Pinckney, over for a called strike.
Never know where he's going to be coaching these days.
Sometimes it's third, sometimes it's at first, sometimes it's in the dugout.
Keeping us on our toes.
Man on second, 2 outs, 0-1 to Pinckney. Swing and a miss. But he told us that in the pregame show on Wednesday night, or actually Thursday night. He said, I just went out. I said, this is your last batter. Get him out. And he did. And that ended the night for Skiro at 6 innings. So I would imagine that's exactly what you just told him now. This is your last batter. Get him out and end the 5th. He's a strike away from doing that with an 0-2 count on Pinckney. Swing and a miss, D-Right 3, and the words of wisdom come true. As Noah Skiro gets the strikeout, ends the 5th inning for Harrisburg. For the Senators, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. It remains 2-0 Fightins as we head to the bottom of the 5th. The Reading Fighting Phillies Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. This inning is presented to you by Cornwall Manor, a charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. Andre Laura back out to work the bottom of the 5th inning for the Harrisburg Senators. The Fight Phil's on top, 2-0. 2 solo home runs for the Fightins, one by Kendall Simmons, one in the 2nd inning, and another by Carson Taylor in the 4th. That's 6 home runs now that Lara has surrendered in this, now his 5th start since his call-up. First one to face him here is Casey Martin. And a breaking ball there for a called strike to Martin, who fouled out to the catcher C.J. Stubbs his first time up. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Martin now 4 for 18 so far in this 6-game series. Swing and a miss, D-Right 3. 3rd strikeout for Lara, first out of the 5th.
Strikeout numbers for the RFLs definitely been down, it feels like. They struck out in game 1 yesterday just 2 times in their 6 at-bats. So that's been a huge, I mean, offensively, the numbers continue to improve. They're hitting over 230. That's, I believe, 6th in the Eastern League right now, when they spent really the first month and change really in the bottom of the league in batting average.
Cade Fergus lays down a bunt. Laura, the only one has a play, and he doesn't have a play as Fergus beats it out. So Cade Fergus 2 for 2 now. Line drive single up the middle the first time, and a bunt base hit here. He's a 1-out base runner, and here comes the top of the order.
The Cade Fergus fan club just beneath us to our right. Very happy.
Well, we've seen good things from Fergus so far. He made a great catch last night in center field. And now he's 2 for 2 here, including getting an RBI last night, walking with the bases loaded. Also has a stolen base in the game and a good-sized lead as Marcus Lee Sang sets in. Takes one outside for a ball. Lee Sang 0 for 2 so far. Flew out to left, flew out to right. if they get Fergus moving again at all or not. 1-0 count to Marcus Lee Sang. Pickoff attempt, he dives back in. Carl Ellison coaching at first base. Again, Tristan Garnett continuing to warm up in the Phil's bullpen. We assume he'll have the 6th. Fergus takes off, pitch thrown down, and Fergus is thrown out. Little bit, almost a pitch out, kind of a half pitch out, so C.J. Stubbs had a good shot at him, and Fergus is gunned down.
Yeah, it was going to take a perfect throw, and that was a perfect throw, literally right on his back. All they had to do was just catch it and drop the glove down, and they got him out, and that's what they did.
So the pitch, a ball. It's 2-0 down to Marcus Lee Sang with the bases empty and 2 out. And Lane Sang takes one inside. It's 3-0. And that's ball 4. So Marcus Lee Sang is now a base runner. So the caught stealing a little bit costly. That is the first walk surrendered by Lara. 2-out walk, but here comes Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz signaled his first time up, struck out his second. So 1 for 2 on today. Carlos 8 for 20 in this series. He has 7 RBIs in this series. And a conversation to be had now between Stubbs and Lara.
I think a lot of it is how do you want to approach this at bat, but the conversation we continue to have at the top of this lineup, really 1 through 5, 1 through 6 is the way Moore's swinging right now. There isn't anyone you can really pitch around. There's not really much of relief for the opposing pitcher.
De La Cruz settles in. The first pitch is outside for a ball, so we'll see if that premonition is right as to whether or not this is a bit of a pitch around now for De La Cruz with Ricketts in the on-deck circle. See if Carlos gets himself out more so than anything on a 1-0 count. Fouls this one away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carlos De La Cruz. Jake mentioned it, the batting average for De La Cruz skyrocketing. He was well below 200 for a good portion of this season. And this one is a bit outside. I believe it's 2-1.
For what it's worth, he's at 234 now, hit 259 last year, so he's a good maybe another month away from pretty much getting back to where he was last year.
4 home runs, 24 RBIs on the season, thanks to his 2 home runs in this series. This one ripped into center field. And a great running catch by Dylan Cruz, taking extra base hits away as he crashes into the fence. Dylan Cruz ran a long way to get that one. It takes the double and the RBI away from Carlos De La Cruz, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left, 5 complete. It remains 2-0 Fightin' Phils on top.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin' Phils great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown and Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Jordy Barley will lead it off, to be followed by Dylan Cruz and Brady House.
As a new pitcher in the game for the Fightin Phillies, the Everett University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. We'll bring in the left-hander Tristan Garnett. First pitch is a swing and a miss by Jordy Barley.
Team leading 19th appearance for Garnett. He's 1-2, a 2.28 ERA, 23 2/3 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 18 walks.
So one pitch to Barley is lined into left center field and falling for a base hit. Fergus over and he'll cut it off and keep Barley at first base with a single. Sixth hit of the ball game for the Senators. And I'll bring up Dylan Cruz, who made a tremendous running catch to finish off the bottom half of the fifth inning. Took extra base hits and an RBI away from Carlos De La Cruz in the process. Cruz, one of the highly ranked players in all of minor league baseball, and the number 2 prospect in the Nationals organization. Is a ball swing and a miss and off the glove of Caleb Ricketts. That's going to allow Barley to move up to second base. It will probably have to be a pass ball, I would assume, against Ricketts. Cruz swung and missed at the pitch. So Barley now at second base with nobody out, and no balls and a strike to Cruz. Swing and a miss out in front of the pitch. It's no balls and 2 strikes. I asked Terry Byram, who does the radio play-by-play for the Harrisburg Senators, between Cruz, James Wood, and Robert Hassel, who are all 3 highly regarded outfield prospects in the Nationals organization. If all 3 of them get there, who's the center fielder? And he said at this point in time he thinks it's probably Cruz, because Hassel they thought was going to be the guy. And James Wood, we saw him briefly last year. He was in Wilmington, called up to Harrisburg in the final game of a series, and he's already in AAA. He's extremely athletic as Cruz hits this one towards short. Casey Martin bobbles it, still gets the throw there in time. Will allow Barley to move up to third base, but the out at first is number 1 here in the 6th. Now bring up Brady House, but to finish that thought about Cruz, you see what he just did as we just saw with that catch. You can understand why he might be the front runner to play center field. The tremendous running catch by last year's College Player of the Year. As House settles in, first pitch to him is over for a called strike. House 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in the second, grounded out to second his last time up. Barley, the runner at third base with 1 out. Rolls it towards Simmons. He'll check the runner. He'll make the play to first in time for out number 2.
Well, second straight time where there's been a runner on third. It's been a soft ground ball to third, so Harrisburg once again struggling to get that runner home from third, less than 2 outs.
So now there is 2 outs for Dermis Garcia. As Tristan Garnett trying to work his way out of a leadoff base hit, which now is a runner at third, and 2 outs for Garcia, who's 1 for 2 with a double his last time up. First pitch from Garnett, big swing, no contact. He has had a hard time today, has Dermis Garcia timing up the off-speed pitches, whether it be from Noah Skiro or for that changeup from Tristan Garnett, way out in front. Garcia back with the 0-1 pitch, comes with a fastball, and he's late on that one. And so that's what that fastball does. It may be at 94, but after that changeup, it seems a whole lot faster to guard the hitter. Garcia is now in a no balls and 2 strike hole. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. Again, the Fightins work out of some trouble as Tristan Garnett records the strikeout for Harrisburg in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and another left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It remains 2-0. Fightin Phil's on top.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 2-0 Fightin Phils on top. This day in baseball town history is presented by our friends at Savage Auto Group. Visit Tim Profit at Savage 61 for all your automotive needs. This day in baseball history, we've got to go all the way back to June 9th of 2023. Carlos De La Cruz drives in both runs as Reading wins 2-1, including a walk-off win in the 10th inning. Pitching was excellent. Obviously, McAbel was the starter through 5 innings, allowed just the 1 run. The bullpen did the rest as the Fightin Phils won it 2-1. They lead it 2-0 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Caleb Ricketts will lead it off for the Fightins as Andre Lara back out to work for his 6th inning. Ricketts grounded out to first base both times in this game as he takes the second pitch from Lara in this inning up high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. It's like Tommy McCullum is up and throwing in the Fightin's bullpen. Swing and a miss for Ricketts. Noah Skiro worked 5. Tristan Garnett works the 6th. We'll see if it's McCullum in the 7th. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caleb Ricketts. Pops one straight up, foul territory down the third base line. Stubbs will give way to House, who can't hold on. Hit off the glove of Brady House about knee high. Stubbs was there, but House was calling for it, and it's generally an easier play for the third baseman because they're trying to catch it with a glove versus the mitt. So Stubbs gave way to House, who called him off, but could not hold on, so a new life for Caleb Ricketts. Stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ricketts to be followed by Carson Taylor and Kendall Simmons. And lined into right field for a base hit. Ricketts will round first as Cody Wilson gets over there and cuts it off. Keeps Ricketts at a single. So Ricketts gets a new life thanks to the drop foul pop-up and turns it into a base hit. And that will bring up Carson Taylor, who took Andre Lara deep the last time up. Second time he's done that in this series. Solo home run over the right field fence. And also flew out to center field in 2 at-bats for Carson Taylor. His 8th home run of the year, his 42nd RBI of the year. With Ricketts now at first and nobody out. First pitch there for a strike. This was the end of the line for Lara last time out. He pitched 6 innings against Reading in Tuesday's series opener. And this one is outside. It's 1-1. Harrisburg ultimately won that series opener 7-6. Then the Fightins came back and won 3 straight after a rainout on Wednesday. Reading won 9-1 on Thursday, 6-3 on Friday. Taylor beats 1 foul. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And then last night, the doubleheader after that rainout, Reading won 7-0 thanks to an outstanding pitching performance from Robinson Pena, who went the distance in the 7-inning win. And then Harrisburg came back to win the nightcap 5-3. So the series at 3-2 in favor of the Fightins. As Taylor going to line one into center field for a base hit. Ricketts around second, and he is headed to third as the throw from Cody Wilson will come into second base. And the Fightin Phils have runners at the corners and nobody out. Great job of reading it off the bat by Caleb Ricketts. He knew it was down and took a while before Wilson finally got there. And Ricketts was easily around second base and headed for third. And so now here comes pitching coach Rigo Beltran to come out and talk with Lara as Harrisburg is just now getting somebody up to warm up in the bullpen. So they're a long way from going to the bullpen, so this is a little bit of a stall tactic by Rigo Beltran to get a pitcher warmed up as the Fightins have 2 on and nobody out here in the 6th. Holton Powell is the right-hander who is up for Harrisburg. So Andre Lara's got himself in a jam now. 2 on, nobody out for Kendall Simmons, who took him deep his first time up. Solo home run in the 2nd, flew out to center field in the 4th. Phil's on top 2-0 and looking for more here in the 6th. Low and away, ball 1. Big swing, no contact. Kendall Simmons looking to break this thing open with one swing of the bat, but comes up empty. It's 1-1. This is low. It's 2-1. And that one's in the dirt. Good block by C.J. Stubbs, although he couldn't find the ball. It was underneath him. And the count now 3 balls and 1 strike to Kendall Simmons. So Simmons can sit here looking for something good at 3-1. Robert Moore in the on-deck circle. With nobody out here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. He pulled the string on it, threw him an off-speed pitch. Simmons thinking he's going to get a fastball, and he didn't. Comes up empty. It's 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big out there for Andre Lara. And that's 1 down now here in the 6th. 4th strikeout for Lara, and a big one there as Robert Moore now will step to the plate. So Simmons got it to a 3-1 count. Looking for something to drive, and comes up empty for Moore, who's 0 for 2. Big swing, no contact from Robert Moore. The pitch he chased out of the strike zone. Again, both bullpens are busy as Moore takes one inside for a ball. Holden Powell loosening in the Harrisburg bullpen. Tommy McCullum in the Reading bullpen. One ball and 1 strike to Robert Moore. Inside, it's 2-1. Caleb Ricketts at 3rd. He's singled. Carson Taylor also singled. He's at 1st. Two balls and 1 strike. Big swing again by Moore, way out in front of another changeup. Laura's got him twice now on changeups. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beats this one foul on the first base line, stays alive. Where Moore's going to have to take a little bit off that swing. 2 very healthy swings on the 2 swings and misses. That one a little bit more of a protective swing. That's what he needs to do here. Beats another one foul. Interesting that the Senators are playing middle infielders back, thinking about a double play ball with Moore, who does burn pretty well and batting out of the left-hand batter's box. If they can turn 2, they'd be out of the inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fisted towards second. Barley flips to second for 1. Relay is in time, and Harrisburg gets exactly what they needed as Robert Moore hits one into a 4-6-3 double play, and the Fightin Phils leave a couple on board. For Reading in the 6th, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. 6 complete. It remains 2-0 Reading on top.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. go to an Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
The Fightin' Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin' Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
We head to the top half of the 7th inning. Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. We'll bring in right-hander Tommy McCullum for the Fightin' Phils.
Tommy McCullum, 18th appearance, 1-2, 6 saves, a 5.94 ERA, 16 2/3 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, 11 walks. Already a scoreless inning this week. He's gone 4 straight scoreless innings/appearances.
Including picking up the save in Friday's 6-3 Game 3 win in this series. First batter he faces is Onyx Vega, who swings and fouls the first one out of play. Vega 0 for 2 so far on the night. Looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 8. McCullum 0-1 pitch. Way up high for a ball. It's 1-1. As I mentioned before, Vega one of 3 catchers on the Harrisburg roster, along with C.J. Stubbs, who's catching tonight. Vega the DH. Israel Pineda, who's their primary catcher. This one lifted straight up in the infield. Who's going to get it? Carson Taylor, Caleb Ricketts. It's Taylor eventually who makes the catch. That was a mile high in the infield, and Taylor ultimately squeezes it for out number 1.
Yeah, nice job by Taylor. Good communication. Him and Ricketts were kind of both converging on it. Taylor said, I got it, and Ricketts kind of peeled off to allow Taylor to make the catch.
By the way, it would appear that they changed the call on that pop-up for Harrisburg in the last inning, and they gave an error to Brady House, which is the right call because he dropped the foul pop-up, and then Ricketts comes up and gets a base hit. As this is another pop-up in the infield, and it's going to be another opportunity for Carson Taylor. And that's 2 outs as C.J. Stubbs on the very next pitch from Vega pops one up in the infield. Not often you get back-to-back pop-ups to the first baseman, but Tommy McCullum's got 2 quick outs here in the 7th.
And if McCullum can get Wilson out on like 3 or 4 pitches here, there's no reason why he can't come out to pitch the 8th inning.
He faces Cody Wilson, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Wilson, a little dribbler on the right side that went through for a base hit his first time up and then flew out to right field his last time up. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. McCullum's only thrown 5 pitches. And the 6th is fouled straight back. It's 1-1.
McCullum, who celebrated his 25th birthday yesterday. So happy belated birthday to him, which also means that Griff McGarry celebrated a birthday yesterday as well. So happy belated birthday to Iron Pigs pitcher Griff McGarry, former RFL.
1 ball, 1 strike to Cody Wilson. Fouls another one back.
Both born June the 8th, 1999.
So McCullum looking for 1 more pitch to get out of the 7th. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slow roller down the third baseline. Simmons only has 1 play with a bare hand. He won't get Wilson, who beats it out.
Yeah, I mean, Simmons did all he could. Charged it, barehanded it, threw it all in 1 motion, but I mean, this ball wasn't hit that hard. 51 off the bat, and Wilson was hustling down the line, so it's his 2nd hit today.
So you beat me to the punch. I was going to say Cody Wilson's got 2 hits, and I don't know if combined they've reached 100 miles an hour, but he's 2 for 3. And he's a 2-out base runner for JT Arruda, who doubled his last time up. And he lifts this one straight up in the infield again. This time it's going to be Simmons on the left field, on the third base side, who will make the catch. So Tommy McCullum gets 3 outs on 3 infield pop-ups with a base hit sandwiched in between for the Senators in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. 7th inning stretch time in Baseball Town. It remains 2-0. Fightin' Phils on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach, featuring the Hearthstone Institute's renowned I'm Still Here program, ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia experiences a life worth living. With evidence-based techniques and personalized care, we focus on meaningful engagement to reduce common symptoms like agitation and anxiety. Join us in celebrating the person behind the memory loss with activities tailored to their unique interests and abilities. Discover the difference with Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one.
We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Fightin' Phils are this inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Vernon University Golden Wolves call the bullpen for the Harrisburg Senators. They go to the bullpen for the first time. They'll bring in right-hander Holden Powell.
Holden Powell, it's his 18th appearance, 1-3, a 6 ERA. Through 18 innings pitched, 18 hits, 17 walks, 28 strikeouts. Runs earning 247 off of him.
He pitched in Game 3 of this series. Fightin' Phils tagged him for a couple runs, and Bryce Ball on his first pitch will tag him for a base hit down the first base line. Cody Wilson digs it out. Bryce Ball will roll into second base with a double.
A double for Bryce Ball. He's been a double machine as of late. Tucks one right down the line, and Fightin's got a leadoff man on. He'd love to get a couple of insurance runs here too, up 2-0.
That'll be a baker's dozen now of doubles for the Fightin' Phils in this series. 13 doubles. With Bryce Ball getting a leadoff double here. Phils wasted first and third and nobody out in the 6th. Casey Martin now with a man on second base and nobody out. Martin 0 for 2 in the ball game. Powell takes a look back to second, comes to his pitch. Martin bunts, and it will trickle foul on the third base line. So Al Padrique trying to manufacture a little bit of extra runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Casey Martin, however, rolls it foul. Holden Powell actually absorbed the loss in that game on Friday night. 6-3 win for the Fightin' Phils. Pitch again, Martin drops the bat to bunt, bunts it foul again. So we'll see what Al Padrique does now. He takes the bunt off and lets Martin swing away. Bryce Ball at second base, nobody out now, no balls and 2 strikes to Casey Martin. Fouls this one out of play, staying alive. Just misses, it's 1-2. A long hold of that pitch for C.J. Stubbs, the catcher. So that's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Casey Martin. 9-hole hitter Cade Fergus in the on-deck circle for the Phils. Just gets a piece of it and stays alive.
Carlos Francisco throws down in the Fightin' Phils bullpen. This looks like he'll get the 8th inning.
So it looks like the Phils game plan is just kind of piece their way through the last 4 innings with the bullpen. Tristan Garnett and Tommy McCullum pitching the 7th. Pitch to Martin again, just outside. Holden Powell takes a look, comes to the stretch, 2-2 pitch. It's a long look back at Bryce Ball and hit him.
Square in the back too.
So So Casey Martin in an no balls and 2-strike hole after fouling off a couple of bunts. Gets hit right in the back. And now Holden Powell's in another jam with Cade Fergus at the plate. Fergus 2 for 2. Singled up the middle his first time up, a bunt base hit his last time up. 2 on, nobody out. Dermis Garcia up tight, thinking he's going to get a bunt on the first baseline, and he does turn to bunt, but he missed it. So Dermis Garcia's thinking that Fergus is again going to bunt, this time in a sacrifice. Fergus was theoretically trying to do that, although he dropped the bat very late and ended up bunting through it. Does so again, misses outside, it's 1-1. Good job of pulling it back that time by Fergus. Just called up from, theoretically from Jersey Shore, although he was at Lehigh Valley technically when he got the call to come to Reading. He was with the Iron Pigs for, I believe, 2 games. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, drops the bunt, almost hit him as he has to spin out of the way of it. It's 2-1. Holden Powell not doing himself any favors now, as he faces the 9-0 hitter Cade Fergus, who's trying to lay down a bunt. The top of the order, and Marcus Lee Sang in the on-deck circle. Again shows bunt. This time he had to jump over the top of it. It's 3-1.
How did that not hit him? That's my question.
I don't know, because Cade Fergus apparently has some hops. He literally jumped over the top of it. So now it's 3-1. Beats one fouled on the third baseline. And now some activity getting started in the Harrisburg bullpen again. Three balls and 2 strikes to Cade Fergus with 2 out, with 2 on and nobody out. Fouls it away. Fastball at 95.
Marquise Grissom Jr. is up and throwing.
There are no surprises left in anybody's bullpen when you get to game 6 of the series. You've seen what everybody's got. 3-2, we go again to Fergus. Swinging a very late swing at that and a foul tip. In and out of the glove of C.J. Stubbs, and Fergus is still alive at 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one driven into center field. Cruz goes back to the warning track, and the ballpark will hold it as Cruz makes the catch. Both runners are going to tag up, and both will move up. Ball to third. Casey Martin with a hustle play goes into second.
Yeah, on all productive out from Cade Fergus. Hit it well. Ball traveled 370 feet to the warning track. Nice job by Ball to tag up. Martin was a bit late to tag up, but still got in safely with the slide.
And so now 2 runners are in scoring position for the top of the order, and Marcus Lee Sang. Lee Sang 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He did walk his last time up. 7 for 17 in this series. Swings and misses at the first pitch.
Infield's up for Harrisburg, so Lee Sang's got to try to find a way to get one in the air deep enough.
And Phil's at first and third in last inning with nobody out and failed to get the run home. Now they've got second and third and 1 out. Infield up, outfield deep. 0-1 to Lee Sang. Swing and a miss. So now, same thing. Looking to make contact somewhere. Oh, 2 pitch coming from Holden Powell. Outside ball 1. Tough take there for Marcus Lee Sang. Now he'll call time. Carlos De La Cruz in the on-deck circle. One out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Phil's on top 2-0, looking for more. Swinging a foul tip. Just somehow, you can hear it up here, but I mean, that when you talk about hitting off the end of the bat, that was the very end of the bat. So Lee Sang is still alive at 1-2. Powell, a long look. Line down the third base line, but slicing foul and into the Harrisburg bullpen. Marcus has had some success with that, going the other way a lot in this series. He's got 7 hits. 7 for 17, including a couple doubles and a triple. Powell back again with his 1-2 pitch. Down the third base and into left field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Casey Martin, and he'll dive across home plate with another run. A 2-run single for Marcus Lee Sang, and the Phils now on top 4-0.
Well, Lee Sang gets the job done. A 2-run single. His bat stays red hot.
22nd and 23rd RBI of the season for Lee Sang, as again he finds the left side, squirts it through the 5-hole between Aruda and House for the base hit, and the speed of Casey Martin gets him a 2nd RBI. As Bryce Ball scored easily and Martin diving headfirst across home plate for a 4-0 Phils lead. Now Carlos De La Cruz will bat with Lee Sang at first and still only 1 out in the inning. De La Cruz 1 for 3 on the day with a single his first time up. Got robbed of an extra base hit his last time up on a rocket to center field that Dylan Cruz made a leaping catch into the center field fence to take away an extra base hit. First pitch from Powell is over for a called strike 1. Off-speed pitch, De La Cruz swings over the top of the slider. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Marcus Lee Sang takes his lead off of first. There's a pickoff attempt. He just dives back in safely. De La Cruz takes one low. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curious to see if Lee Sang takes off here. He seems to be just inching out a little bit more with that lead. Pitch, swing and a miss. De La Cruz goes down swinging. 2 outs now here in the 7th inning. First strikeout for Holden Powell here in the 7th. That'll bring up Caleb Ricketts. Ricketts singled his last time up, 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch just misses outside, ball 1. But again, Carlos Francisco appears to be the guy for the 8th inning for the Fightin Phils. He's loose in the bullpen. 1-0 pitch coming to Caleb Ricketts. That's on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Couple of solo home runs early, 1 from Kendall Simmons, 1 from Carson Taylor. And now a 2-run single here by Marcus Lee Sang has us at 4-0. Fightin's on top. Bottom half of the 7th. 1-1 pitch. Outside again, it's 2-1. Fouls that one straight back to the backstop, and so the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the left hand hitting Caleb Ricketts. A 4th straight fantastic crowd here at FirstEnergy Stadium tonight. Lee Sang takes off. CJ Stubbs can't handle the pitch. It's a ball, and Lee Sang will steal second.
Yeah, I mean, what a weekend crowd-wise. Of course, if Reading can win this, they'll end up winning 4 or 6 this week. And, I mean, it's been over 7,000 every night. 8,800 on Friday, and I think today's crowd is probably going to rival that one. And I think there might be close to 9 here tonight.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to Caleb Ricketts, with Marcus Lee Sang now in scoring position at 2 outs. It's inside, ball 4. So Caleb Ricketts is a base runner. First walk in the inning, that's going to bring Delino DeShields to the mound. We'll see if that's the end of the day for Holden Powell. The slow walk to the mound by Delino DeShields. As I mentioned to Jake off the air the other day, Delino DeShields, when he could play, could run. But as a walker, he's kind of slow. And it was a slow walk to the mound, and Holden Powell's day is done. They'll make the call to the bullpen.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores Day Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
The Averna University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. Again, has been made for the Harrisburg Senators. They'll be right-hander Marquise Grissom Jr.
Marquise Grissom Jr. enters. It's his 3rd appearance at the AA level this year. 3.86 ERA across 2 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, and 3 strikeouts.
Son of the former major leaguer Marquise Grissom Sr. Played about 15 years or so in the major leagues. Played for a number of teams, including the Montreal Expos, where he was a teammate of manager for the Harrisburg Senators, Delino DeShields. Also played for the Braves, the Dodgers, the Indians, among others. Son, a pitcher, and coming out of the bullpen, as Jake said, for the 3rd time in this season, 2nd time in this series, as he was just called up to Harrisburg shortly before this series began. He'll face Carson Taylor with 2 on and 2 out. 2 runs already in for the Fightin' Phils here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. First pitch to Taylor is outside, ball 1. Carson Taylor 2 for 3 on the day, including a solo home run back in the 4th and a single his last time up. First pitch outside for a ball. Second pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Marcus Lee Sang, the runner at second base. He singled, drove in 2 runs. Caleb Ricketts just worked a walk. That signaled the end of the day for Holden Powell. And now it's 2-0 to Carson Taylor. Outside, ball 3. Kendall Simmons waits on deck for the Fightins. Got to think that Al Padrica will let Carson Taylor wail away if he sees something he likes at 3-0. He does, but he fouls it straight back. It's 3-1. Taylor turns back and asks Garrett Griffin whether that would have been a strike or not. I think it would have been. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now to the cleanup hitter for the Fightins. Way outside, ball 4. Not so sure that Marquise Grissom really wanted to deal with Carson Taylor.
Well, now you got to deal with Kendall Simmons, who, oh, by the way, hit a home run earlier tonight.
But at least now it's a righty and righty matchup. Not sure that that really was the strategy, or that Marquise Grissom just didn't want to pitch to Taylor. But now, as Drake said, he's got to face Kendall Simmons, who went deep his first time up, flew out to center field and struck out in 3 plate appearances. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Phil's looking to bust this thing wide open. Simmons, first pitch, slider is a good one, breaking ball is a good one, and it's 0-1. Fisted foul off the hands of Kendall Simmons, and he's now in a no balls and 2 strike hole. Goes with 2 hits in the inning, a walk, 2 walks actually, and a hit by pitch. Swing and a miss. Kendall Simmons is retired. Marquise Grissom works out of trouble here in the 7th. For the Phils, they do put 2 runs across on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 3 men more on base, but we're now through 7, and it's now the Reading Fightin Phils 4, Harrisburg nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
We head to the 8th inning. Fightin Phils on top 4-0. And with the play-by-play, my broadcast partner, Jake Starr.
Thank you very much, Bob. It's the top half of the 8th inning, and the Fightin Phils are on top. It's 4-0. Carlos Francisco enters. He's the new pitcher. Francisco making his 19th appearance. That matches Tristan Garnett for the team high. 2-1, a 3.08 ERA, across 26 1/3 innings pitched. 31 strikeouts and 16 walks. We'll get the top of the Harrisburg lineup, starting with Andrew Pinkney, who's in from the right side. First pitch home is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Pinkney 0 for 3 today. Couple of strikeouts, sandwiched around a ground out to third, back in the 3rd. Here's the 1. It's swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Fightin Phils 6 outs away from a shutout for the 2nd consecutive day. It'll be their 2nd shutout in 3 games. It'll also be their 3rd of the season, which would match their total from all of last season. 0-2. Just outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pinkney. Pinkney, a 23-year-old, was named Eastern League Player of the Week a couple of weeks back on May the 20th. Here's the 1-2. That's up and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even stance on the right side for Pinkney. He sports the Harrisburg Road gray uniforms, gray pants, red helmet. As Francisco's ready at the letter is the pitch. Swung on, ground ball 3rd. Couple of steps to his left. Simmons bobbles it, comes set, drove across, won't be in time. Gotta think that's gonna be an error on Kendall Simmons. And the leadoff base runner for Harrisburg and Pinckney, and that brings Jordy Barley to the plate.
The Fightins have not done a whole lot of in this series, with the defense being fairly sound, but Kendall Simmons just ranged to his left, did everything right up until the end, where he just kind of bobbled it a couple times. And with Pinckney with good speed, no way he's going to get him, and it is indeed an error.
So it's the 6th error of the season for Kendall Simmons. First pitch to Barley, misses high and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
So that's where that 2 spot that the Phils had in the 7th inning comes up big.
Now you have a little bit of breathing room. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1 strike to Jordy Barley. It's the 2nd appearance of the week for Francisco. Earned the win on Friday night, inning in the 3rd of scoreless and hitless baseball. Did strike out 1 hitter. 1-1. Swung on, lifted in the air, foul off behind home plate. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Jordy Barley.
Maybe a bit nitpicky, but could be a lot better than 4-0 in the Fightin's favor. They've left 5 men on base now in the last 2 innings.
Redding just 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position tonight. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Jordy Barley goes down on strikes for a strikeout for Carlos Francisco, and 1 out for the 3-hole hitter, Dylan Cruz. Tommy McCollum went an inning, gave up a hit, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts, as the bullpen for Redding continues to piece together innings 6 through 9 of this ball game. Cruz in from the right side. Here's the pitch, and that's out for a ball. It's 1-0. Dylan Cruz, an 0 for tonight, 0 for 3. A couple of flyouts and a ground out for one of the Nationals' most coveted prospects. 1-0 is outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
So that vote of confidence that Al Padrique gave to Noah Skiro to get the last out of the 5th inning now puts him in a great position to pick up the win, because he got through the 5th inning.
2-0 is a slider in for a strike. It's 2-1. Skiro gets the win. He'll improve the 500 at 3-3. ERA is down to 5.85. And it's been a really strong month of June so far for Skiro. Both starts this week, 11 innings, just 3 earned runs. Next pitch is strike. It's 2-2 to Dylan Cruz.
But if you remember that inning, there was JT Arruda hit a double in the gap. At the top of the order, Andrew Pinckney was up. And Tristan Garnett was certainly up and loose. And Al Padrique walked their mound, but he didn't take him out. Left him in to get 1 more out.
2-2, swing and a miss. And Cruz goes down on strikes. He chased after a changeup down in the dirt. So back-to-back strikeouts for Carlos Francisco following that leadoff error. And now it's 2 outs for Brady House.
And a nice job, a way to pick up your teammate after Simmons makes the error to come back and get a couple of strikeouts.
First pitch to House, swung on, hit in the air, right center field well. Lee Sang goes back, he'll get to the track and make the catch. And that'll retire the side here in the 8th. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error, and 1 is left on base. We have played 7.5 shutout. Still intact for the Fightin' Phils. Went to the home half of the 8th. They are on top. It's 4-0.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
of the 8th inning, and the Fightin' Phils are on top. It's 4-0. Giovanna's Pizzeria is locally owned, independent Italian restaurant that provides some of the most amazing meals in the Reading area. Don't believe us? Try it for yourself. Giovanna's also offers pasta, sandwiches, pizza, and much more. Giovanna's provides curbside pickup, online ordering, and tons of deals to make your meal as affordable as possible. Visit Giovanna's today at 1500 New Holland Road in Reading or at giovannaspizzeria.com. Giovanna's Pizzeria is a proud 2024 Fightin' Phils team feed partner. First pitch to Robert Moore, misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Marquise Grissom is still in for Harrisburg. 1-0 to Moore, swings, ground ball, high chopper first, chest high field. Garcia, he'll flip to Grissom covering, one down for Bryce Ball.
Jamis Garcia is in the lineup for his bat, but he hasn't been a ton of grace at first base, but he has made every play throughout this series. Tyler McKay up in the Phil's bullpen. It's kind of what we expected to see. Looks like that's who's up for the ninth.
So it's Bryce Ball at the plate. Here's the pitch. That is down for a ball. It's 1-0. So Holden Powell went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Here's the pitch. Ball swings, misses, 1-1. Good day so far for Bryce Ball. He's 1 for 3. Doubled and scored back in the 7th. Ball swings, lifts it foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. That's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Ball swings, lines it towards shallow right. Wilson comes in. He'll get there. Makes the catch. That's out number 2. So 2 quick outs, and that'll bring Casey Martin to the plate for the Fightin' Phils. Martin today is 0 for 2. Popped out to the catcher, struck out, was hit by a pitch, and eventually scored a run on a Marcus Lee Sang single in the 7th, and he's hit again. Looks frustrated. I'm sure there's no intention to it. He spikes his bat down. I'm sure, look, you get drilled 2 straight times with mid-90s fastballs. Whether it's intentional or not, you're going to be frustrated.
Yeah, and there's no intention behind that. There's no reason they'd be hitting Casey Martin for any stretch of imagination, but Jake's exactly right. You get hit, you get frustrated. You get hit a second time, and it turns from frustration to mad, and Casey Martin not real happy. See if he tries to steal a base here, just this little payback.
So 2 outs for Cade Fergus, who's in from the right side. First pitch to him is at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. Fergus, who sports bright yellow cleats, has his feet set even in the right-handed batter's box. 0-1, and Fergus takes inside for a ball. It's 1-1.
I've seen a couple guys go to that. Marcus Lee Sang did that the one day with the hot dog uniforms. Those yellow cleats just match up perfectly.
It's like A.J. Brown always wears the neon color cleats. Does it so his kids can see him on the field. Fergus takes the 1-1. It's a strike. It's 1-2. A couple of hits today for Cade Fergus. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to him. Pitch. Swung, and that one is smoked foul. Luckily, there's a net there.
Awesome.
That ball came off the bat hard.
That was
109 off the bat.
Yeah, that was pegged for the 67 club. And that would have hurt.
Yeah, just a little bit. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fergus takes down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reading 4 runs, 9 hits, and an error. They've left 7 on base so far tonight. Harrisburg, no runs, 7 hits, and an error. They've left 1 on base tonight. Two. That's low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 to Fergus, swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And that will retire the side here in the 8th. So, for Reading in the inning, it's no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. And we will head to the 9th. It's winning time for the Fightin' Phils. Tyler McKay enters after this on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
We go to the top of the 9th. The Fightin' Phils on top 4-0. They're 3 outs away from their second shutout of the weekend and also another series victory. And here to bring us home on the play-by-play, it's Bob McCool.
All right, thank you very much, Jake. We've talked to you all day long about the attendance. Well, it's now official. Today's attendance at FirstEnergy Stadium, 8,691. Thanks to our friends at PSECU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. What a great series of crowds. Just doing some math before this inning gets underway. This series, pretty much around 40,000 people over the course of this series attended baseball games here in Baseball Town. Vernon University Golden Wolves call the bullpen for the Fightin' Phils. Will bring in Tyler McKay, trying to get the last 3 outs. And the first one to face him is Dermis Garcia. He takes the first pitch for a called strike. McKay right back with a second that's there for a strike 2. So not a safe situation for McKay since it's a 4-run lead for the Phils. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside for a ball. Garcia lays off. This one beats it foul off the facing of the Harrisburg dugout. So Noah Skiro went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits and no runs. Tristan Garnett went the 6th, gave up a hit and no runs. Tommy McCullum the 7th, a hit and no runs. Ellis Francisco the 8th without a hit or a run. Garcia line drive, and it's speared out of the air by third baseman Kendall Simmons. Simmons leaps and snares it, takes away extra base hits from Garcia, who still has the bat in his hand. A rocket off the bat of Garcia to lead off the 9th inning, and Simmons plucks it away. 1 down. That'll bring up Onyx Vega. Vega 0 for 3 on the day, 0 for 9 in the series. First pitch over with the slider for a called strike 1. Phil's looking for the series win with 2 more outs to gather. Big swing, no contact. Tyler McKay quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes as Vega waves over the top of a curveball. Okay, stretch and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Before I forget, want to make mention and good luck to a couple of Berks County High School baseball teams competing in the state playoffs tomorrow. Governor Mifflin in Class 5A is at Hershey High School taking on Selinsgrove. Fleetwood in 4A is at Belfont. They are taking on Indiana out of Western Pennsylvania. Both are in the state semifinals. A win by either or both sends them to the state championships at Penn State this weekend. If Fleetwood wins, they would play Thursday at 1:30 at Lebrano Park at Penn State University. If Governor Mifflin wins, they would play Friday at 4:30 at Penn State University. So good luck to a couple of high school baseball teams here in Baseball Town, vying for a bid in a state championship. 1-0 pitch to C.J. Stubbs is outside. It's 2-0. Stubbs is 1 for 3 on the day with a single back in the third inning. Tyler McKay back to work. That's there for a called strike one. Of course, Governor Mifflin played here at FirstEnergy Stadium in the county championship game a few weeks ago. They came up short against their arch rival Wilson for the 2024 county title. The season before that, Governor Mifflin won here at Baseball Town over the Bulldogs. Back-to-back years, those two teams met for the Berks County title. 3 balls and 1 strike now to C.J. Stubbs. Rips one through the 5-hole and into left field for a base hit. The Senators are still breathing as C.J. Stubbs gets his second hit of the ball game. 2-out single for Cody Wilson. Wilson's got a couple hits on today. Neither one of them was hard hit. Squirted one through the right side on a slow roller, and then a swinging bunt out front of the plate his last time up, so he's 2 for 3 on the day. Fightin's looking for one last out. Again, Reading will be back here on Tuesday to begin a 6-game series with the Portland Sea Dogs at 7 o'clock. Stubbs takes off from first base. The ball goes all the way to the backstop. He's around second and going to head to third. That'll be a wild pitch as McKay way outside, and Ricketts had no shot at that, went all the way to the backstop, and so Stubbs stolen base to second and then a wild pitch to third. Fortunately, that run right now is inconsequential with a 4-0 lead. And Cody Wilson at the plate. That misses for a ball. It's 2-0. And that misses again. It's 3-0. So McKay a little frustrated with himself as he walks himself back to the pitching rubber. A runner at third base and 2 outs and a 3-0 count to Cody Wilson. That's there for a strike. Good pitch there by McKay as he had Wilson leaning backwards. Now the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And now the Senators are down to their final strike. Fans in Baseball Town on their feet. Nearly 8,700 strong, trying to see the home team lock up the series. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Beats 1 foul, stays alive. So we'll do it again. Runner at third, 2 down. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He started and did not stop. He went around, strike 3, and that'll end the ball game. Wilson tried to check, but he could not hold up. And McKay gets the strikeout to finish out the side for Harrisburg in the 9th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. The Fightin Phillies pitched their second shutout of the series. They win this one 4-0 on the final of the 6-game homestand. Reading wins the series 4-2, and we'll take a timeout back with our post-game wrap right after this on the Reading Fightin Phillies Radio Network.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizepa.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, where the Reading Fightin Phils finish up the Harrisburg Senators today with a 4-0 victory. Again, Phils pitched their second shutout of the series, and they do so on back-to-back nights after Robinson Pena with a 7-inning complete game last night and a shutout. And the Fightin Phils combined with 5 pitchers going the 9 innings in tonight's game for the win. Noah Skiro goes 5. Tristan Garnett pitched the 6th, Tommy McCullum the 7th, Carlos Francisco the 8th, and finally it's Tyler McKay who finishes off the 9th inning. And the Fightins take the win and the series when it's all said and done. Again, Fightins win 4 of the 6 games with the victory this afternoon. Impressive performance, obviously, by the pitchers with the shutout. Here's how the scoring went for Reading in the victory. Kendall Simmons got it started in the 2nd inning. He hit a rocket into the deck on left field. The only question was whether or not it was high enough, and it was. And Kendall Simmons with a blast in the left field for the solo home run to lead off the 2nd inning, his 7th home run of the year, his 16th RBI of the year. And the Phils had a 1-0 lead, and as it turns out to be, the only run they needed, but they added on to that with Carson Taylor, who led off the 4th inning with a towering home run to right field. His 8th home run of the year, his Eastern League leading 42nd RBI of the season, and the Phils had a 2-0 cushion. Noah Skiro went 5 innings, as I said, worked his way out of some jams a couple of times, but got the job done before and turned it over the bullpen. The Phils had a couple of chances to add on to it. They had 1st and 3rd and nobody out in the 6th, but could not get a run across. And then in the 7th inning, Bryce Ball got it started with a double. Casey Martin was then hit by a pitch to put runners at 1st and 2nd. Cade Fergus tried to bunt them over, failed to do so, and then ultimately with 2 strikes drove one to the wall in center field that allowed both Ball and Martin to move up to 3rd and to 2nd respectively. And that brought the top of the order, and Marcus Lee Sang to the plate. And the left-handed hitting Marcus Lee Sang slapped one through the 5-hole and into center field for a base hit, a 2-run single as Ball came across easily, and Casey Martin came belly flopping across home plate with a 4th run. For Marcus Lee Sang, his 22nd and 23rd RBI of the season, and the Phils had a cushion of 4-0. They again left runners on base with the bases loaded in the 7th. So they left 2-1 in the 6th and the bases loaded in the 7th. But they did have the 4-0 cushion, and the bullpen did the rest. Again, Noah Skiro goes 5, Garnett, McCullum, Francisco, and McKay 1 inning each. And the Phils cobble together a 2nd shutout in this series, and they win the ball game 4-0. For Harrisburg, no runs on 8 hits, no errors, and they left 8. For Reading, 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 run, and they left 9 men on base. Noah Skiro gets the win. He's 3-3. Andre Laura takes the loss. He is 3-1. And so the Phils end up winning the series. Harrisburg won on Tuesday. Of course, Wednesday night's game was postponed. Thursday night, the Phils won at 9-1. Friday night, they won at 6-3. And then last night, the split of the doubleheader, Reading winning game 1, 7-0. Harrisburg winning game 2, 5-3. And the Phils win it this afternoon by a score of 4-0. Great crowds throughout the weekend. Thanks for coming out and watching baseball here in Baseball Town as the Reading Fightin Phils win this one in 2 hours and 20 minutes. And they do so in front of 8,691. Second crowd this weekend, over 8,000. And again, throughout this series, fans here in Baseball Town came out and supported the ball club, and we thank you for doing just that. Hope you'll do the same. Coming up this weekend, the Fightin' Phils will stay here at FirstEnergy Stadium. They'll welcome the Portland Sea Dogs to town beginning on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. We'll be back with our broadcast, as always, on Tuesday night with a pregame show beginning at around 6:45 or so here on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Again, the final score today, Reading wins it. Harrisburg falls to 32-25 on the season. And the Reading Fightin' Phils win their 25th game of the year. They are 25-32. 4-0, our final score. Reading wins it over Harrisburg. For Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils baseball all throughout the week. Hope you'll do so again on Tuesday. Better yet, we'd love to see you part of the crowd here in Baseball Town. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have yourselves a great Sunday evening. We'll talk to you with more baseball later on this week here in Baseball Town.